Sam with Vibeworks Guitars with another unboxing. This is our guitar kit, the VW028 EX style guitar kit. This features a basswood body with the stylized cuts and a 2 humbucker setup. This comes with 2 volumes, 2-tone, 3-way switch, and a tuneomatic style bridge and tailpiece. The back has the access for the switch as well as the other controls. We look at the neck. It's a maple neck with 3 and 3 style setup tuners. And the inlays are actually, rather than a plastic or other material, it's a rosewood inlay with this figured inlay. Black nut, 42 millimeter nut, and it's a bolt-on style neck. And even though it's bolt-on, all of our guitar kits are numbered with the neck and the body to make sure you have a good fit right from the factory without any large gaps or any other issues with your neck. The necks are all pre-fretted, dual action truss rod pre-installed. The frets are leveled, dressed, not cutting my hand up by rubbing down the edge. They're all ready to go. As you put tension on the neck, you might find a little bit of a high fret here or there that needs to be adjusted as it gets tensioned for the first time, but they should be pretty much ready to go right out of the box. If we look at the hardware, we have a cover plate for our back control cavity. Lots of hardware on this one. We have our setup strings, cover plate for our switch cavity. This is our neck plate and bushing. In this paper, we have wrapped up our tuneomatic style bridge and tailpiece. Have our tuners with a kind of a standard style button. We have 4 black plastic knobs with the inlaid clear markings on there. 3-way switch, output jack on a square plate, some wire to make our connections. We have our pickups, the 2 humbuckers with a chrome cover plate and black pickup rings. We have our output cable and an Allen key for the truss rod adjustment. And then in our other package here, we have our bridge and tailpiece posts and bushings, our 2-tone and 2-volume pots, our tuner set inserts and washers, our 4 neck screws, screws for the pickups themselves, screws for the cover plates, strap knobs, screws and bushings. And then we also have our truss rod cover, as well as our round, let's take this out, a round switch ring with the classic rhythm and treble words on there. 2-tone capacitors, as well as the washers and nuts for the pots. One thing to note too on this guitar kit, first, you'll see a hole drilled right here in the neck cavity, and that can be alarming at first glance. Kind of wondering what that's all about. The reason for that is they drilled the holes for your wire access for your neck and your bridge pickups, and you can't come in this angle, so they had to come from the top. That hole won't be used, but it doesn't affect anything structurally. You'll also notice, maybe I can see it better from here, in this control cavity, this large hole in the side is your pickup wires coming in. There's also a small hole right here that leads to your tailpiece bushing hole, and that's for your ground wire. So as you're setting up everything, you follow the wiring diagrams that we have online, you'll see a ground wire going to your bridge. Basically, the wires need to come in there, be stripped back, so you've got some copper showing, and then insert the bushing into that hole. That will ground with the strings. That completes your whole ground circuit, so you have a nice quiet guitar without any hums. So all that is all set up and ready to go. There's also a hole leading from this pickup cavity into the switch cavity. So the switch wire will go from the switch into here and then follow down through here into the control cavity. I'm not a very good weatherman. I can't do this backwards. So that is the VW028 EX style guitar kit from Vibeworks Guitars.